y'all, it's Kate, and today I'm here with a journaling tips video. This is actually a requested video for me, which I don't get those very often, but I got a request for this video, and I felt like I do have some things that I could share with people to make their journaling lives more interesting or better, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it depends what you like when you journal. I don't know. So these are some of the things that I have discovered that I like to do when it comes to journaling, and maybe other people will like them too. My first tip is to collect things, and this is a big part of my journaling life because anytime I go anywhere, if I'm given something that I can put in my journal, I will keep it and put it in my journal, because things like that are what I remember days by and what I remember my memories by, and just looking at it can bring something back. And also it helps me when I write. It helps me to create ideas in my head that didn't come out right. It helps me to visualize what happened and remember the small details of the day, basically. My second tip is to use magazines. So if you have an old magazine and you're gonna throw it away, just don't throw it away, because there are so many things in there that you can use. The text, the pictures, just the backgrounds of things, even the colors. But magazines are so useful because your journal is a blank canvas, and the magazine is just things that you can put on it and make it artistic. Here's an example of something I made recently out of a magazine thing. Also, this video is a bit of a sneak peek into my next journal flip through, but this is a page I'm really proud of, and this is just require maybe a couple cuts from a magazine, and I ended up with this. So it's kind of the best thing ever. Tip number 3 is that if you have a song stuck in your head, do something with it, whether it's just writing down the lyrics or choosing a lyric and getting artistic and creative with it, which I do both sometimes. And I think that it's a great way to remember the songs that you had stuck in your head, and through that remembering the feelings that you were going through in that particular moment in your life and stuff along those lines. Here I wrote down the lyrics to Unsteady, which, by the way, I liked before it was on the radio, so I'm pretty proud of the fact that this is on the radio now. So in this case, I just wrote down all the lyrics, and that's because there's not that many lyrics to this song at all. Back to this page again, this is just a little snippet of lyrics. These are actually lyrics from How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful by Florence and the Machine, so there's a lot of lyrics to that song, obviously, so I just wanted to take something out of it and do something with it. Tip number 4 is that if you finish a book that you're reading and you liked it, or maybe you didn't like it, but you still found something and you took something from it, and if there's a quote in there that really stood out to you, then do something with that, just like the lyrics. Get creative, or don't, just write it down. But it also just helps you remember what influenced you in that period of time. Here I wrote down a very long quote, actually, from a book I read called Baby, and it just had really, really beautiful prose, I guess. And this is also magazine clippings, surprise, surprise, but you can really do so much with magazines and with quotes. And also, don't be afraid of your handwriting. I'm not good at cursive, but I'm using this journal as an opportunity to help me with my cursive. So don't judge my cursive. Not very many people are gonna see it except for you, unless you're like me and you're putting it on the internet like this. But whatever. Tip number 5 is to make lists. Sometimes I just really want to get something in my journal because I feel like I haven't written something in a while and it makes me feel very unproductive, so I make a list to get me feeling good again. And it also just gives a nice look to it, I guess. Here I made a list of songs I need to buy, and I don't know, it's a nice space taker upper, if you know what I mean. Also, if you just really want to fill a page, there you go. A list is the way to do it. Tip number 6 is to buy yourself a roll of washi tape. You don't have to, whatsoever, but this was $1, and I really enjoy it because I really don't like gluing things down. It's kind of annoying to have to do, so here I just kind of cut off a piece of tape real quick and tape it in, and it looks cuter too, so I enjoy it quite a bit. Here's a small scale example of it, but sometimes I use it a lot, but it's really easy to put stuff in here, and this is the thing that I collected, so this goes back to tip 1, collect things because it helps you remember exactly what happened. Tip number 7 is to not let your art skills dictate anything, because I suck at art, always have, always will, but the fact that you being creative should be enough for you to feel good about what you're doing. I love being creative. For some people, that's not what they want to do, but for me, that's what I journal for. And my art skills are for me and not for anybody else. Anybody who sees it on the internet can judge me, it's fine, because the journal is my outlet, as it should be for everyone. My final tip, number 8, is to write anything and everything that you can that comes into your brain. Don't hold yourself back when you're writing. And I think this is what everyone really says about journaling, but don't write as if someone is watching. Don't write as if someone's going to find your journal and read it, because then that takes away the point of journaling entirely. Write for yourself and for yourself only, just like your art skills, because no one's going to see it. I mean, if they do, then whatever, right? It's just for you. Journaling should be something that makes your life better and that makes you feel good as a person. Those are all the tips I could think of today, and this is probably going to be just the part 1, like journaling tips part 1, because Lord knows I'll probably come up with more in the future, and I'll share them when I do, because I know that I always like to look for journal inspiration, and this is a good place to start. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!